Maybe movies.
Apparently my chubby was made in an industrial state in a place called Beaver.
Look, I told you about this already.
It's right here in black and white. Well, in blue on blue. That's not making it any better, is it? Hello, everyone. Pull up a seat.
Come
Grab
closer.
yourself a chubby. And join us as we do terrible things to great films. Hi, my name's Max.
I am Sam.
And I'm Chris.
And we are Maybe Movies. We are up to Act 3 of our new vision of Predator, which is now called Tribe, and features Dutch and co. trying to get to the chopper through some really dense jungle and 4,000 transposed Zulu warriors. As you would have seen if you joined us on Wednesday, what we did was, because most of the start of the film pretty much runs on rails, so we kind of did the first two acts in one. So go back and have a look at that one, and you'll know where we're up to. Just before we jump into Act 3, I'm going to do... this feels like a hand grenade. Is that the right sort?
I've had way too much chub.
I'm ignoring what's happening over there.
Too much chub, man. Come on.
I heard it was good for the complexion. No.
Please stop.
Sorry. So yes, before we go any further, just do our quick shout out for the day. And today, this one is for our friend Kevin Kaye. Kevin is a great supporter. He's got a couple of different channels. His own channel, he does a lot of stuff from like lifestyle stuff and also a lot of sightseeing things for where he lives in Toronto. And then his other channel, which I think I've done a shout out for before, is Tuber Chat, which is a live stream that Kevin hosts for small creators to get together, meet fellow creators, maybe make some new friends. I'll put links to both of his channels down in the description below. Kevin, as always, thanks for your support.
Yay.
And of course, if you do want to be on our on our shout outs that we do, then please do all the usual: like, share, subscribe, and give us some love. Chub love.
He's doing it on purpose.
I know. Just
What do I feel
sound
if
it out.
if this goes on too much longer? I'm going to get stripped of stars now, aren't I? everyone?
Right, gentlemen. Act 3
This is where it gets interesting.
of Tribe. So we need to add more deaths.
We do.
We haven't killed
Kills.
very many Indians at all.
And we forgot the
Zulus.
kill count number as well. We did.
Well, it's fine. It'll be here.
Somewhere, yes. But at the most 200
That's about all we've got so far.
out of 4,000.
Yes.
I think we can do better than that, can't we?
Plus, because we said the minigun got jammed, we've still got the minigun in play.
That's true.
There's not that kind of mano-a-mano aspect between Mac and the Predator, which causes him to run off and then Dillon follows him and they both get killed. Justification for keeping the group more together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So we've got them as far as they've got over the ravine, they've blown the trunk that Billy would have normally died on.
Yes.
So
They've gotten a respite.
Yes.
They've got to find a way to cross the ravine to get to them.
Yeah. But what they don't know is that all of the rest of them are on the side of the ravine that they're now on.
Well, there's also that.
I mean, if you wanted to add some quick deaths at this point, is once they get over there and they blow the tree trunk,
Yeah.
and all of the tribesmen come running up to the edge of the ravine,
We'll just have Mac just lay down on them.
Yeah. Will there be the same problem with the minigun?
Not this time, because I think we say that it runs through.
It's got a finite amount of armour. He can spend 30 seconds mowing them down, and it's still not gonna.
Not an issue then.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
So what we're saying, another 60, 70?
No, a lot more.
No, a lot more.
A lot more than that. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, because those things go quite
Right.
far.
I might be wrong. My brother would correct me. He can slap me afterwards when he sees this movie, this video. But I think a fully filled backpack on a minigun is going to hold something like 4,000 rounds. Now, he spent quarter to a third of it during the initial run. Another amount of it has been spent by Mac earlier on when he was laying it down against the initial assault.
What are you thinking, 500?
Yeah, 500 or 600 at least. Yeah.
600.
So let's go 550.
800.
550.
Let's be honest, we got 4,000. We got 4,000.
You're liking the higher numbers, though.
Yeah, I could just see him just laying it down, and their bodies, going to throw the spears and just pitching up and taking the hit and plunging down into the ravine.
If we wanted to really put their backs against the wall with it, as he's kind of mowing them down, he kind of cuts basically through a tree, and that one falls kind of at least part of the way across the ravine, so they have to choose
Force
it.
them to retreat.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
Well,
I like
son.
it. Yeah, that's... I think so. He solved the problem, really. Because we get to lay down the pain, but they're still forced to run away.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, it means we can get a gratuitous scene where the tree trunk flattens a few people.
Yes. Now, at this point, you see, now it looks like maybe a quarter of them have been hit.
Yeah.
But they're running low on ammo. There's probably only a few hundred rounds left in the minigun, and God knows what they spent on the other weapons.
I suppose at this point as well, we'll have to say in this version that Anna does get involved as well.
I was thinking about that because earlier on I noticed she literally, apart from the very beginning when she tries to hit Dutch on the back of the head, she never does anything apart from hit people around the head with bits of wood.
Yeah.
But she's an 8th member of the team. If she arms, because no, they're not going to hunt her because she's not armed, they're going to hunt her just because.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. Who else is joining the kill count?
So we've still got
Let's add the
Poncho,
numbers up.
Is it Poncho?
Poncho's still there.
Dillon's still there, Mac's still there.
In the original movie, Poncho got hit by the log trap and had his ribs broken. But again, I don't think that happened to him, did it? They were doing the fighting retreat through the traps.
Yeah.
So altogether, how many kills is that we're going to add?
Well, I mean, I think they're on the other side.
Well, they took
cover.
Billy when they took the bridge the first time, right?
Yeah.
So,
I thought Billy would have got away still.
Oh no! So Billy got away.
We would probably need to get rid of at least one because we're into third.
Wait, no, we didn't. We didn't kill Dillon or Mac.
Exactly.
Yeah. So somebody has to go down.
I mean, if we want to get rid of Dillon and Mac, if we look at it retroactively, we could say that they do get cornered and then they have their last stand.
Yes.
On the other side of the ravine.
Yes.
Yeah,
that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention about Act 2 as well. So there's a bit where just the line where they say if it bleeds, we can kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's got to be said before. So are we changing it to basically if it bleeds to if they bleed? Are they aware that it's? I mean, I'm assuming it's just.
They notice pretty early on that they're dealing against. Well, certainly after Blaine gets killed, that they're dealing with a human agency.
Yeah,
they know that.
They know it's a human crowd.
Yeah, so we'd have to find an equivalent that's pertinent to overwhelming odds.
I don't know. They bleed. We can kill them.
Mm-hmm.
If they can, yeah. So
yeah,
just basically
bleed.
changes. If they bleed, we can kill them.
It just changed the context of the sentence. Yeah.
That was all.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just.
But no, that line needs to be there. You're so right. I can't believe we missed that.
Thank you, Sam.
We're happy with that then. That Mac and Dillon have their last stand on the other side of the ravine. I'm okay for the moment. And so that will draw some of them away while they're dealing with them, and then Mac guns. No, because Mac won't. So it'll have to be somebody else with them.
No, that would be Mac's final stand, wouldn't it? Filling out the end of the.
Okay, yeah.
So all together, are we still going through the kill count of the Zulu warriors?
So that's how that works. Mac is holding them off so the others can get away. They hear the minigun stop. They hear possibly like the crash of the tree come down. Dillon goes back to check on him. I'm going to go back and make sure, because Dutch is worried about Mac.
Right.
And that's their last stand, is as they're coming across the tree that's fallen down, they're holding them off there.
Yeah.
So the others can get away.
So I imagine this is where we have the moment where the minigun runs out and it just goes as he's screaming and waving it at them, but nothing's happening.
Yeah.
And they start to advance towards him, and then Dillon comes up from behind and they have the last stand.
Yeah. What about the get to the chopper? Oh.
We'll be coming up to that shortly.
Right.
So we've still got Dutch, we've still got Poncho, we've still got Billy,
And we've still
got
got
Anna as well. We haven't used the guns that they've picked up yet, that the Zulus have picked up.
I'd assumed we used them in the earlier scenes when they first attacked.
No
to be
worries.
Perfectly honest.
That's fine.
That would have been the surprise attack at the beginning, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because I just we didn't mention it, so I didn't think we'd brought it into play yet. That's fine. So I think this is the point where, if we haven't seen him properly before, this is where we get to meet Kevin Peter Hall
Oh, yes.
with his royal guard.
Are you thinking that he's going to separate them from Anna? Is that what you think? That's why there's the get to the chopper moment?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
If he gets between them and Anna, and then Dutch and Poncho and Billy have to stand up against
Probably
these guys.
Anna, and one of them will probably... He'll probably send somebody with Anna. So either a Poncho or Billy.
Wouldn't be Billy, would it? I can't imagine Billy running from a fight.
But I do like what this is setting up. This is setting up a twofer with Dutch and Billy in the finale.
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Like that?
I do like that.
Fantastic. So you were going to say about numbers.
I was just thinking altogether, how many is that killing with all the Zulu warriors?
All of
out
them.
of the 4,000. The 14, no.
It's 4,000.
4,000.
Yeah. So I think we must be up to about 1,300 by now.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because that bit on the cliff with the final showdown, that's going to mow down a lot.
Yeah.
Should we make it to 1,500?
Yeah, that feels about the point where a tribal war leader is going to go, I've lost a third of my army.
Yeah.
We should probably call it quits. And more of them have died already at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels like we're setting up the conclusion.
Yes.
Round it up to there.
So Poncho and Anna get to the chopper.
Yep. While he's fighting with them, and it's just, in this case, it's Billy and Dutch that go down the mudslide into the water.
Okay,
I'm glad you attempted that. Get to the chopper alone.
It wasn't good, but I tried.
Someone needed to say it.
And we're saying then that our tribal leader goes down after them and drops into the water, the same as the Predator does.
Because of the way we've done the third act, this is the final confrontation, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it feels like he has to go down after them.
I did have a thought that, because I was thinking, oh shit, because we can't do the same thing where he covers himself in mud and he can't see it. I did think, do they kind of crawl in, he gets covered in mud, and then just like in the mud wall next to him, just his eyes open, because they're already hidden down, caked in mud themselves. But I didn't know whether it would work. I thought it might be a bit too silly.
No, that's brilliant. No, that happens, and they just come out of the mud and just push him out.
Oh,
To face their chieftain.
Yeah?
They just come out of the mud around him and just put their hands on him and push them out into the mud. Because this feels like this is it. This is the big fight.
Yeah. So you'll have Dutch and Billy against...
Dutch and Billy being pushed out from their respective hiding places in the undergrowth.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And just the ring of warriors, once they're out, forming
Ring
like
of
an
warriors,
amphitheatre.
on one side
like
and the
an
water
arena.
behind them.
Yeah. How do we think this fight is going to go?
Well, I mean, we've got Dutch and Billy, two of the biggest characters in the fucking movie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this dude's got at least a foot on them, but...
He is still pretty much armed with sword, or spear and shield.
Yes, but kind of at this point, so are they?
How many Zulu warriors at this point remaining?
It depends on how many really I think Poncho and Anna dispatch on their way to the chopper.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think that's... If this is going to be the big finale, what I'm reckoning is going to happen here is either one, probably Billy is going to die, and either Dutch is going to kill Kevin Peter Hall, or they're going to come to an impasse, and as he said, he's lost so many men, they've proven themselves as warriors,
Yes.
they let them go.
That's what I mean. I think that, like, as far as the tribe's concerned, this is the final confrontation, but the outer fringes that are still chasing Anna and Poncho don't know this yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the word hasn't gotten to them. So they're still chasing them. They're still fighting their way to get to the helicopter. So there'll still be some more casualties. I don't know how many. Probably a few dozen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's give it a total figure of, 1,563.
Sounds reasonable. Yeah. So ultimately they'll get to the chopper because they've still got their weapons.
Mm-hmm.
They're still fighting their way along. Meanwhile, the all-out fist fight, melee weapon fight of Billy, Touch, and Kevin Peter Hall.
Yep.
We'll have to give him a name. That's as far as the most of the tribe is
Yeah.
concerned. That's the big fight. Like, if they walk out of there, then they can go home.
Yeah.
I mean, again, we still always have the option that Poncho gets killed on the way out. Poncho. I was going to say Poncho because it's not Chips.
I used to love Chips when I was a kid.
Did you ever see, there's an episode of, again, just because I love the series so much, Kolchak, the Night Stalker that had Eric Estrada in it.
I've seen most of them, but I can't remember the one with Eric Estrada.
That's kind of got a South American kind of theme to it as well. It's some either Aztec or Inca kind of ritual.
Oh, of
That he
course.
gets to live like a king for a year, and then he has to be sacrificed at the end to bring back this horrible demon.
Okay, right. Oh, right. I can see where that came from. Oh, that was offensive to a few people.
Yeah.
So the fight.
Yes.
But yeah, so do we want to get rid of Poncho on his way out, or are we happy to
Might
keep
as
him
well.
alive?
Might as well.
There are a lot of spears, and they've got a lot. As much as they're armed,
Mm-hmm.
so, it's like in the actual movie. Eventually, they get overrun. At some point, one of the spears is going to get through, and they're just going to shiv him.
Yeah.
Good idea. And there's been a lot of deaths as well, so Sylvester Stallone would be very proud.
He would be. If you wanted to take a few more out, we could do I forgot his name. The lieutenant from Aliens.
Gorman.
Yeah, we could do a Gorman.
Shh.
Yeah, if we want to do that, and while they're all going to stab him in, he pulls the pin on the grenade, and
Oh yes, yeah.
Might as well.
yeah, and that will scatter them enough for Anna to get away.
Yes, now that would, yes. That would be enough, yeah. This is a point, like, the explosion happens, Anna runs away, we cut back to the main fight.
Yeah.
So, Billy is going down, is that what we're saying? What do you think, like a physical, like, choke out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, male testosterone, 80s
Yeah.
dual
Mud,
fight.
mud wrestling by a waterfall.
You can hear the
choke him
Sega
out
Mega
under the water,
Drive
you know.
soundtrack playing.
There goes Billy.
Yeah, it gives Dutcho like a bit like that big backhander that he does, and he slips in the mud or whatever, and Billy goes in, maybe gets a slice in on him. But again, they're messing around in mud, and he's more adapted because they're probably
They're used to the jungle.
yeah. I mean, we can even have it that little bit by the river bank there where they are. It's almost like a natural amphitheatre. So it's somewhere it's somewhere where they do fights.
That's kind of like when I was
Okay.
thinking about, like, the visual image of it.
Yeah.
You've got the backdrop of the water, and then the rising ranks of warriors on the banks of the river, like in a semicircle around him, like it's an amphitheatre.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was picturing personally.
Yeah.
I reckon then obviously Dutch comes back in. They have a big fight, gets him to the point similar to like Predator, where he's got him down. He picks up the rock to brain him,
Mm-hmm.
and then drops it. Do we think that's
Yeah.
yeah?
Yes. I think I know where you're going with this.
Then you get the beating of the shields
And the saluting of a
of
saluting
a
of a warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is obviously, the bit at the end when they come back and they beat the shields and they start singing
They're
the
singing
song.
the
to
song,
them.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's a salute to fellow warriors.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and they let him go.
And then we can have that lovely moment of voices echoing between the waterfall and the bank of the river, and
Yeah.
like you can play around with the sound design and all that. That would
Okay.
be that would be amazing.
That works. Obviously, we don't get the small tactical nuke.
Obviously not. So, do you think they're just sort of going to part and let him leave peacefully, and then he wanders out of the jungle, and eventually we see the chopper coming in
Yeah.
overhead?
Yeah, I can imagine that. It's quite epic. Yeah.
And obviously Anna's there with General Phillips.
Yeah.
But instead he's in a clearing instead of as a blasted zone. It's just he's out in a clearing in the jungle and he's
Do you think there should be a salute as well?
What, like
Just
them
to
coming
kind
out
of
from the edge
bookend
of the
cheesy
into the
it
clearing,
is.
just coming out from the edge of the jungle?
Remember, it's made in 80. The characters are 87 characters.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they got to be a little bit cheesy at the end.
Yeah.
Hey,
A
Dutch.
little proper extra salute at the end. Yeah. Oh no, give that man, give that
Oh,
man.
yeah, no,
Give that man an
absolutely.
80s gold star.
Ah, yeah.
That's
Thank you.
that's a vintage 80s gold star, that is.
Thank you, Sam.
Has anybody got anything else to add?
No, that was my final add to that.
I think we did it.
And it's been a good round for stars.
Yes, it has. This was, well, we did need some clever ideas to make all of this work, let's be honest.
We did, yeah. Now, so because we've done this as 2, we're going to be an episode short for the month, so because we want to keep it going till the end of the month properly, next Wednesday there won't be an episode of this, there'll be an episode of Movies Actually, which I believe is Visiting the McAllisters, isn't it?
It is.
So do join us on Wednesday for that, and then we'll be back with Act 1 of The Great White Hunted on Friday next week. As always, until then, have a great weekend, have a great start to next week, and we'll see you on Wednesday.
As always, guys, TTFN.
I've just grown a chub.
Oh, man.
Ba 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 ba.